Hey everybody, Michelle with Triangle Social Media here. Excited to have different guests each week that I can interview and just have a conversation with and get to know a little bit better and expose them to more people in our community, right? My community, your community. And there's a lot of wonderful business people and in networking circles, in events that you meet. And so it's great to just get together and have a little conversation and ask some questions. So I'm excited to bring on Tina. Hey, Tina, Owen. Nice
Hey.
to have you. Hi, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Do you have a pink shirt on?
I do have a pink shirt on. I have a pink Damsel shirt on.
I love it. I love it. I got my new hat, David Rydell, big
Love
ride.
it.
Yep.
Love it. Branding is everything. You got to have
it. Is. And I have my shirt, which has purple because I have pink and purple.
Oh, there you go.
Pink, but I do like the purple too. So excited to have you on today, Tina. And I'm just going to ask a few questions and have a little conversation. So first of all, just introduce yourself and tell us about, a little bit about your business.
Sure. I am Tina Owen. I am a personal safety specialist with Damsel in Defense. I equip, empower, and educate women to keep themselves safe in what is clearly an unpredictable world. Through safety training and with non-lethal personal protection products.
Non-lethal personal protection products.
Exactly. It's an alternative to handguns. So not everybody is comfortable carrying a gun or a knife, and those are clearly lethal weapons. So what we offer is an alternative to that with stun devices and striking tools and alarms and pepper sprays.
Yeah. And I can say firsthand, I have bought several products from Tina. She gives great customer service. She teaches you how to use these things, and it's just quality. And it just gives you that peace of mind in case, you hope nothing ever happens. But
exactly. It's just like insurance that you pray that you never have to use your insurance, but you're awfully glad that you have it if you need it.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about what got you into this business. I'm just curious.
It was actually I was introduced to Damsel through a friend, through church, actually, who was selling the products. And I saw that she advertised a stun device, a stun gun. And I thought, wow, that's cool. And I'm probably in the very small minority of women who would just buy something like that sight unseen. And so I did. And I bought it. And then when I saw her subsequent to that, she said to me several times, you really ought to consider selling this. And I said, no, thank you. No, because I really don't consider myself a salesperson at all. But then probably the fourth time she said that, that's when I finally thought, why not, really? And that's when I researched the company and the mission and the products and the founders. And at that point, I couldn't not do it.
That's very encouraging. And so obviously you have a passion for it.
I do.
I've heard you do. And we're in a lot of the same networking type circles. And, as we listen to one another and get to know each other, and then you can hear the passion behind what you're saying.
I do. Like I said, I pray that nobody ever has to use anything that they get from me, but I cannot stand the thought of someone needing it and being in danger and not having a way to protect themselves. That's not acceptable to me.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell me, what are the top selling products that you sell?
Probably our little ringer stun device, our little ringer stun gun, which is the one that I carry. It can go on a keychain. It's very small, compact, fits in my hand nicely. It's a strong LED flashlight, but it has a disable pin so that if that pin is removed, then it is just a flashlight and not a stun device. So it can't be used against me if it's taken away from me. Huge safety feature.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another one would be probably our pepper spray. This is our pepper sleigh. Picked this one specifically for you, Michelle. But our pepper spray is the strongest. It's the best on the market, honestly. It'll spray up to 16 feet. It has a UV dye in it so that if I were to spray someone and they manage to get away somehow, they can still be identified by the police for up to 10 days with a black light.
Wow. 10 days.
Yeah, huge. That's really, really important. That it's got a glow in the dark nozzle actuator.
Mhm.
It's locking. It locks so that you can't accidentally discharge it.
Right.
Very,
Right.
very important. Like pepper spray is a fantastic tool. All of these are just tools,
They
so
are.
you really need to layer your protection with different tools. All,
Mhm.
a hammer, a saw, and a screwdriver are all great tools, but not for the same job. So much like these, that you need to have different tools for different potential situations or scenarios. We have a product, called the Runner Up that you can put the pepper spray into. It's a partial glove, but it is specifically for runners and walkers, so that they can have that pepper spray in their hand where they need it when they
How
need it.
interesting. That is
Yeah,
amazing. Wow,
yeah,
very innovative. And I have bought pepper spray in the past, but those sparkly colors might be new because I don't remember that.
yeah. No, you
I
you
have to
really
buy
need
some more.
you really need this one. Plus, it's
You
also
do.
important to know how long you've had your pepper spray, because all pepper spray expires. And we
Okay.
always recommend that you replace the cartridge at least every 2 years,
Okay.
ideally every year.
Okay, that's good to know as well.
Another, yeah, and don't ever leave it in your car.
Oh, because the heat, the
The heat
temperatures?
and cold. Yeah, it's just temperature, high and low temperature variances can break
Mhm.
down the pepper spray. It's actually not the pepper spray component, but it's the propellant. I'm sorry, I couldn't come up with the word.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
propellant that will break down. And if
Right.
you need a pepper spray, you want it to actually spray out. You don't want it to just dribble down your hand.
Mm. Yeah, really.
And that can happen if it's broken down.
Okay. And I think these are good gifts, because you're helping, like I've bought some things for my daughters, and I just feel like that's a great idea, especially with the holidays coming up. Why not give a gift that's
Absolutely.
going to protect?
What says I love you more than I want you to be safe?
Yeah, yeah. So I know that we have some scrolling information on the video here, and I definitely want you to share links in the thread of the video on my business page on Facebook, Triangle Social Media.
Absolutely.
And this way people can click through the link and, contact you. Do you have any particular, well, actually, there's a question here. Let me just see let's put this one up. Do you train women how to defend themselves from physical domestic abuse?
I am not a certified self-defense instructor. I am a personal safety trainer, so mine is far more basic than that. I can absolutely put you in touch with somebody if you need hands-on training. I recommend it. I think that it's a great idea to get hands-on training,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of it really depends on mindset. It requires a mindset change. It is very sad to me that the number of women that I encounter every day who don't think that they are worth protecting. They always say, oh, I need to get that for my sister or for my mom or for my daughter or for my friend or for anybody else. And I always say, what about you? And they say, oh, I don't need that.
Huh.
Nobody's going to come after me. Well, yeah, they definitely could. So it's a mindset change that you really need to just know that your life is worth the fight.
Absolutely.
And know that you can protect yourself. You can be proactive about your own personal safety. Thinking about it and preparing for it is not going to make something bad happen. It is going to equip you should you find yourself in a situation where something bad could happen.
Right. Why not be prepared and
Exactly.
not scared, like you always
There
say?
you go.
And I see your sign behind
See?
you. That's
Prepared,
her
not
tagline.
That is my tagline. Be prepared,
Yes,
not scared.
absolutely. So I imagine that you said you could help, you could refer. So do you have contacts for people who do teach self-defense that
I do. I have contacts for people who teach self-defense. I get a lot of questions about concealed carry classes. That people want to take concealed carry classes, that's great. That's fantastic. I have my concealed carry permit. I have handguns. I like shooting. I happen to be good at it. But you can't carry everywhere. And I never leave my house with a handgun unless I'm going to the range. I always have my stun device with me, always.
Right.
So, and stun device and a striking tool attached to it and a pepper spray. And, another alternative is if you don't want any of those, if you don't want any weapons, a personal alarm is a great option. You know, this is just a 120 decibel alarm that can attach to your purse. That 120 decibels is loud. That'll get somebody's attention for sure, or scare someone off.
Wow. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's good to have. Why not have these products that are going to help in case you ever need it? Just like insurance, same concept.
That's right.
So, well, thank you so much for sharing all that. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Any events coming up, or any promotions, or anything else you'd like to share?
I will be doing the Holly Fest event in Holly Springs at Sug Farm at the end of October. I will also be at Christmas Carousel at the fairgrounds Thanksgiving weekend. And in Greensboro, actually the beginning of November, Greensboro Holiday Market at the Coliseum. I'd love to see anybody at any of those events. Or if you want just a one-to-one, if you want to talk to me just personally about how you can equip yourself or your family members or anybody, you know, or learn more about it, I am more than happy to do a phone call or a Zoom call or whatever, meet you in person. I am happy to talk to you about it. I want you to be safe.
Yeah. And we definitely hear and see and feel that coming from you. And that's the best kind of person to do business with, someone who actually cares and is passionate and invested and knowledgeable. And you teach people about the products, not just sell them. So I appreciate that. And I wanted to ask, so you mentioned several pop-ups. Do you do a lot of different pop-up markets as well?
I do.
Regularly?
I do. Yeah. And I also do a lot of in-home or in-business presentations that I would love. If you want to gather a group of friends and neighbors in your home, I am more than happy to come and talk to all of you and demonstrate the product. You can feel them, see them, touch them, hear them. You know, people aren't so familiar with stun devices, so they don't know what it's going to look like or sound like, or, you know, it's a flashlight, but you know, it's also a very effective tool that you can use as a deterrent. You don't have to actually use it on someone. Just seeing and hearing this can be very effective. You know, anybody with more than a couple brain cells to rub together doesn't want to be on the business end of that. So, but if you've never touched one before, or you've never handled one, that's the key, is getting it into your hand.
Yeah, absolutely. There's another question, so let me just pull that up.
Sure.
Are there any family law attorneys in the Triangle area of North Carolina you refer people to? I'm seeking employment and I have the education. Okay, that's a different kind of question. I was thinking they were asking for advice, but okay. Yeah. So that's not really related, but that's okay.
Not exactly.
Yeah, so definitely put your links in the thread of the video. Look forward to other people connecting with you and learning more. And if anyone is interested in coming on the show, I'd love to interview you and find out more and share your information here on Social Soundbites.
This is a great opportunity, and I really appreciate it, Michelle. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And we will see you all next week. Thank you, Tina. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Stay safe.